Bruins win 4-1 over the Ottawa Senators to capture 4 points of the possible 8 on their Canadian road trip. The Bruins made a few changes to their lineup they used in Vancouver, the first one being that they put Ryan Donato on the 4th line and moved Chris Wagner up to the 3rd line, which I think is interesting because what's the point of having an offensively talented guy like Donato waste on the 4th line when he could be getting quality minutes in the AHL? The other change they made was on the defensive side. They moved Camphor and Urho. Oh, by the way, did I mention Torrey Krug is skating again, so we have that to look forward to soon, probably next week. So the game gets off to a great start for the Bruins. Jake DeBrusk hits the post, they get out to a 6-0 shot lead, but then something bad happens. So Pasta breaks it out, takes it into the zone, does a cross zone pass to Camphor. Camphor throws it on net where Bergeron's making a run towards. Bergeron chops away at it, goes for it, tries to get in the net, really comes close to putting it in the net, but he does not, and the play is whistled dead. What is not noticeable at first is the scum of the earth, Mark Boriewiecki, or however you pronounce his name, elbowing Urho. Urho coming in to join in, try to get the puck in the net, receives a nice little sharp elbow from Mark Boriewiecki. Urho would not return, and this is very bad for us because we already have Kevin Miller and Charlie McAvoy out, who both also play right defenseman. So we are now down 3 right defensemen 9 games into the year. And to make it worse, Boriewiecki doesn't even get called for a penalty. And to make it even worse, Chara gets a hooking call right after this. So early in the first period, we're already down a defenseman and we're going to the penalty kill. This is not a good start. So on the power play for the Senators, Bobby Ryan shoots it, goes behind Tuukka, and Brandon Carlo comes to clear it off the line, and Brandon Carlo was huge in this game. Brandon Carlo was huge tonight, logging 28 minutes and 28 seconds of ice time. When you have a right defenseman go down, the other 2 players take on the whole responsibility, especially early. That's why he led our team by so many minutes. Huge game. Brandon Carlo has had a great start to the season and has easily been our best defenseman so far this year. Wagner and Anders would get a nice 2-on-1 chance, but sadly, no goal on it. But you like to see the depth forwards creating chances like that, and that's a positive. What's even better than creating chances and not scoring is creating chances and scoring. One guy who has a habit of doing that is David Pastrnak. Dylan DeMello going into his own zone to retrieve the puck, being pressured heavily by David Krejci. DeMello passes the puck up, but Krejci deflects it to Danton Heinen. Danton Heinen passes it to Pastrnak. Pastrnak takes a few strides, snipes. The Bruins go up 1-0 in the first, and Boriewiecki can suck it, the refs can suck it, and all the Senators fans can suck it. There's a little karma for the cheap shot by Boriewiecki, that's all I'm saying. Urho didn't die to lose. So the Bruins would end the first period up 1-0 in a very solid period to say the least. The start to the second, however, was not so solid, with Carlo and Chara were pinned in their own zone for at least 2 minutes. That shift had to be at least 2 minutes minimum. However, even though Ottawa had all this time in their zone, they had no shots during this time of possession. After this, however, though, the Zebras would come at us again. Noel Acciari is skating at Thomas Chabot. He goes to hit Hot Sam Bacho. His stick just happens to be next to his skate. He hits him, and Chabot goes to the ice. What does the Zebras do? Penalty. You couldn't even see that. Penalty. He goes to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. That was a joke of a call, and the refs didn't really get too much better from here on out. So Matt Grzelcyk, getting the puck behind his own zone, gets pressured by a Senator from the side, and then he turns around and gets absolutely destroyed into the boards by Zach Smith. No call, very cheap hit on a defenseless player who couldn't protect himself, didn't see him coming, and next thing you know, he's on the ground. Marchand steps up to fight Zach Smith, and Zach Smith honestly hits the living crap out of Marchand here, but props to Marchand for stepping up for his teammate. That's all I can say there. That did seem like a dangerous hit to me, though, and if the league's trying to make this place a safer league, then, yeah. I don't think that's a suspension-worthy hit, not even close, but I don't know. That feels like it deserves 2 minutes from me, personally. That's basically boarding for me. I know he didn't hit him directly in the numbers, but it's basically boarding. Gets even better when Stone and Chara get a little skirmish on the boards. Stone holds Chara's stick and Chara cross-checks him. And yes, I understand giving Chara the penalty, but how does Stone walk away from this? He slashed him and grabbed his stick. It just makes no sense to me. And Chara goes to the box, and Chara was not happy at all. Chara was livid. Chara was ready to punch out a Zebra tonight. He really was. And I was right there with him. So Ottawa goes to power play, establishes zone presence immediately, Bobby Ryan gets the puck, passes to the point to Thomas Chabot, and Hot Sam Bacho snipes top left on the one-timer. Beautiful one-timer from the Erik Karlsson wannabe, and the game is now tied 1-1. Then, out of nowhere, the refs come to our side. Formanton hooks Carlo, clear as day. I could have made this call from my couch, and Formanton goes to the box. The young Ottawa Senators then make a very foolish mistake by sending one too many Senators out onto the ice. So now our 5-on-4 power play goes to a 5-on-3. Key opportunity here. 4 seconds into the power play, face-off one to David Pastrnak. Pastrnak fakes a shot. Craig falls for some reason. Pass goes straight to Krejci. Krejci passes it basically into an empty net here, and the Bruins go up 2-1. Honestly, have no idea what Craig Anderson was doing here. He sold out for the shot, and the second he realized it wasn't a shot, he went I don't even know. He was looking like a fish on the floor, honestly. Nonetheless, the Bruins go up 2-1 with 1 minute and 56 seconds still left on the other penalty. The power play, however, would carry over to the third period because of how late in the second these penalties were taken. So the third period starts, the Bruins get possession in the Senators' zone. Grzelcyk has the puck along the boards, passes it to the point to Pastrnak. Pastrnak shoots with a purpose here, not to score, but for something to happen because it wasn't like his usual deadly snipe, and it deflects off Bergeron and finds Twine, and the Bruins go up 3-1. That is 2 goals for the Bruins in the last minute 12 of game time. So in this game, in the third period, Tuukka Rask decides to go on a little adventure. He sees that the Senators player is going to get to the puck before Bruins player and have a clear-on breakaway. Tuukka goes out to swat the puck at the boards to create some time for his defense to get back. Smart play, Tuukka. Tuukka, however, does not get back into his net in time, really. He's kind of almost there when a shot from Mark Stone comes, hits him in the shoulder, bats up into there, is about to go in, but then Mookie Carlo comes out of nowhere and bats that shit out of here. And the best contact hitter in Boston sports clears the puck out of danger. No goal for the Senators here. In all seriousness, though, that is the second goal of the game that Brandon Carlo has saved, and Tuukka Rask needs to buy him drinks after that game. So now we move on to the fourth goal that the Bruins scored, and by far the prettiest. Brad Marchand takes the puck into the zone, has Dylan DeMello right in front of him. He can pass, go to the side, create space, but no, he does a beautiful toe drag around him, goes to the backhand, passes to David Pastrnak for an easy yawning cage goal. The net's wide open because of the slick move created by Marchand, the movement he created. David Pastrnak finishes it. Go look this one up if you have not seen it. It is a thing of beauty. Assist of the year for Marchand, who collects his 11th on the year, which I think is one behind the league lead. Bruins go up 4-1, and the game is basically over at this point. Char, however, would have one more run-in with the Zebras. He would be accused of tripping Mr. Bobby Ryan, and the big man, I think, again, was falsely accused of a crime he did not commit. Nonetheless, he sits in the sin bin for 2 minutes and probably wants to murder a zebra after this game. Nonetheless, the Bruins win 4-1 and advance to 5-2-2. They collect 4 of 8 points on this Canadian road trip, which is pretty impressive because it looked a lot worse than a 4-point out of 8-point trip to Canada. Didn't look good against Calgary. Underwhelming versus Edmonton. Underwhelming versus Vancouver. Crapped on the Ottawa Senators. Expected that one because we just match up well against them, as do most teams who face the Ottawa Senators. But to get 4 points out of 8 when you don't look too good is a pretty good sign, especially with the injuries they have been dealing with. This is a very resilient bunch if we have learned anything from watching them over the years. For what the Bruins have dealt with this season, 5-2-2 is a great record to have. You have injuries galore on your blue line. You have no third-line center. You're not getting depth scoring at all. You honestly have had nights where you just haven't looked good. You got the crap kicked out of you on opening night 7-0 on banner-raising night in Washington, and you're 5-2-2. I'd say that's pretty good for what you guys have gone through so far. They did only beat Ottawa tonight, so I'm not extremely excited, but a win's a win nonetheless, and you gotta celebrate them the same. It's a long 82-game season, and if you don't enjoy every win, you're not going to have a good time. So I suggest you enjoy the Bruins win. You enjoy what the Bruins first line does against these not as good teams, because people like David Pastrnak eat teams like the Senators alive. The Bruins' next game is tomorrow against Philadelphia, and that is a game I'm looking forward to because Philadelphia has a lot of fun players to watch, and it's going to be very interesting how a beat-up Bruins defense is going to deal with the talents of a Voracek, Giroux, Couturier, Wayne Simmons, Nolan Patrick, Travis Konechny, Shane Gostisbehere. It's just going to be a fun game to watch, in my opinion. It should be high-scoring because they are not the best defensively, but they put up a lot of points. I could see like a 6-5 game tomorrow. However, that's all I have time for you today. I hope you enjoyed my Bruin fan review of Game 9 of the Bruins beating the Senators 4-1. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button down below. It really helps my videos. I really like it when you comment. I hope you guys leave a comment as well with your thoughts on the Bruins. Share the video with a friend who likes the Bruins if you know one. And of course, if you have not already, don't forget to subscribe. Turn the notification on. It will notify you whenever I post a video about the Bruins. I'm trying to do one daily or every other day. I make videos after every game, and I think you'd enjoy them if you enjoyed this one. For now, though, I'm just going to leave you two nice little pictures that are courtesy of NHL.com. I'll see you next time.